Hi, my name is Giselle Gonzalez. My informative speech topic is going to be on solitary confinement. A quick disclaimer is that this does not apply to people who actually deserve to be in the punishment. So the main points that I will be mentioning is that it is definitely taken advantage of by officers. It's more serious than you would think, and it is not fair to people who have mental illnesses. So, what is solitary confinement? Solitary confinement is a very small single cell that has a sink, a bed, and a toilet. Sometimes a shower, sometimes not a shower. And it consists of an inmate being placed in there, and they have no human interaction. It is very little. So my credibility is that prior to this assignment, I have done a lot of research on this, and I have watched many of people who have been through it. I've watched their interviews, and I've watched their experience and how they really feel about it and what it was like. So my first point is that it is taken advantage of by the officers. It's not fair. Family members are trusting that the officers are treating their family member who is serving time in the prison or jail fairly. Of course, they can't expect that they're being treated as if they are in a hotel room or a hotel, but yes, they are in there for a reason, and of course, we all know that, but not all of them deserve segregation, which is another term for solitary confinement. So segregation is not a joke. People who believe that they themselves are strong-minded, they break, and they describe that they feel like they are an abused animal, which is horrifying. The symptoms of being in that single cell for a long time consist of hallucinating, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, which is horrible, paranoia, and the list goes on. And thinking about it, all of that for someone who doesn't really deserve to be in there is terrifying. It's not fair, and people get away with it all the time, which is another point that officers are not doing their job. They see the punishment as a way to just throw the inmate in there, and it is one less inmate to worry about. So they've been working there for a long time, and they see how the inmates treat themselves or treat each other. They see how other officers treat the inmates, and they do eventually just see them as an inmate rather than another human being. And so throwing someone in solitary confinement for a long time doesn't faze them. They don't think about it. They don't think about what they're doing to that person. So the last point is that people with mental illnesses have honestly no chance in prison or jail. Of course, they're there for a reason, but they're not getting help whenever they're just thrown in a single cell. They're not being reformed in any way. They're not being prepared in any way to be ready for whenever they're able to leave jail, because not everyone is there for the rest of their lives. They're not being prepared to go back into society. Them being thrown into that single cell by themselves with no human interaction, they're not learning anything there. And a big part of that is that they're also not getting the medication that they need. So that is unfair. And a question that some people may think, are they completely helpless? Yes and no. There is there's nurses that they can ask for, but most of the time when they ask for that, they're ignored by the officers, which is not humane at all. I mean, there's good officers and there's bad officers. A lot of people don't get to see, they don't get to seek help because they're surrounded. Honestly, a lot of the officers could care less about doing their job. I mean, they're tired of it. They've been doing it for a while, and there's good cops and there's bad cops. That's what a lot of the people I've watched say. So, yes. It's just inhumane and it's very sad, but I think there can be a way to solve this stuff, but the right person just has to attend to it. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys think about what I just said, and thank you.